did something insane. They brought back the car that started it all, but there's a twist you won't believe. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why Tesla should be very worried. But before I reveal the shocking specs that no one is talking about, let me tell you why this isn't just another electric car announcement. 3 months ago, a leaked document from VW's design studio showed something that made me drop everything. And I'll show you that document in just a minute. But first, quick question. Did you or someone in your family ever own a Beetle? Drop Beetle in the comments right now, because what I'm about to show you will hit different if you have those memories. Now, here's what's absolutely wild about this electric Beetle. The original Beetle wasn't just a car, it was the car. Over 21 million sold. Your grandfather probably learned to drive in one. Your parents probably had their first kiss in one. It represented freedom, simplicity, and pure joy on wheels. When VW discontinued it in 2019, millions of fans felt like they lost a family member. Petitions with over 500,000 signatures begged them to bring it back, and Volkswagen listened. But they didn't just bring it back. They reimagined it. Now here's where it gets interesting. VW could have just slapped a battery in the old design and called it a day. But the engineering team did something that's going to change how we think about retro electric cars forever. And I'll reveal that game-changing feature in just a second. But first, you need to understand the design philosophy because look at this. Look at this! They kept the iconic silhouette, those curves, that unmistakable profile, but refined every single line for the electric age. The round headlights? LED technology that pays homage to the original chrome rings. The wheels? Aerodynamically optimized, but styled like the classic hubcaps your dad polished every Sunday. But here's the genius part. They didn't make it retro. They made it timeless. And there's a huge difference. Remember that leaked document I mentioned? Here's what it revealed. VW's engineers discovered a way to use the Beetle's naturally aerodynamic shape designed in the 1930s by Ferdinand Porsche, to actually increase range by 15% compared to similar-sized EVs. That bulbous back end? It's now the most efficient rear-end design in VW's entire electric lineup. They literally took 90-year-old design principles and proved them superior with modern computational fluid dynamics. But that's not even the crazy part. Before I tell you about the insane battery technology they're using, seriously, this is wild. Smash that like button if you're enjoying this. Only 12% of you are subscribed, and it genuinely helps small creators like me keep making content you actually want to watch. Okay, the battery situation. Here are the leaked specs, and I've confirmed these with 2 separate sources inside VW. Range, 350-400 miles, 563-643 kilometers on. A single charge. 0-60 mph, under. 6 seconds for the base model. Fast charging, 1080% in 25 minutes. Price target, starting around $35,000, $40,000. But here's what makes this absolutely perfect. VW learned from the ID series. No complicated menus, no subscription features, no over-the-top tech for tech's sake. They're bringing back buttons. Physical buttons for climate control, volume, and key functions. Because here's what VW finally understood. Beetle buyers don't want a spaceship. They want a car. A simple, joyful, no-nonsense car that happens to be electric. Now, there's one problem nobody's talking about, and it could completely derail this entire project, and it has nothing to do with the car itself. I'll explain in just a moment, but first, if VW gets this right, and I mean really right, this could be bigger than the iPhone moment for electric cars. Here's why. Right now, most EVs look like they're from a sci-fi movie. They're trying so hard to look futuristic that they forgot what people actually want. Familiarity with innovation. The Beetle already has 80 years of brand equity. People trust it. They love it. Their grandparents loved it. This isn't just a car. It's a rolling time machine that happens to save the planet. And that's the emotional connection Tesla can never manufacture. Remember that problem I mentioned? Here it is. VW's biggest challenge isn't engineering. It's not design. It's not even competition. It's expectation management. Beetle fans are passionate, and passionate fans are dangerous. If VW changes too much, they revolt. If they change too little, they call it lazy. Look at what happened with Ford's electric Mustang. Hardcore fans hated that it was an SUV. VW has to walk an impossibly thin line, but here's why I think they'll nail it. VW has done something smart. They've involved Beetle clubs and communities in the design process, secret focus groups, early feedback. They're literally co-creating this with the people who matter most. And from what my sources tell me, the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. Plus, they're launching in multiple variants: classic trim, maximum nostalgia, simpler tech modern trim, full tech suite, premium features. Performance trim. Here's where it gets spicy. That performance trim, rumored to have Porsche-tuned suspension and over 300 horsepower. Imagine a Beetle that can keep up with a Tesla Model 3 performance. A Beetle, doing 0-60 in under 4 seconds. Let that sink in. If you're still watching, you're in the top 5% of viewers, and I appreciate you. Comment electric Beetle so I know you made it this far, and tell me, would you actually buy this car? Now for the big question, when can you actually get your hands on one? Official launch, late 2025, early 2026 pre-orders. Expected to open Q3 2025 production starting in VW's Zwickau plant in Germany, the same factory where the original Beetle was built. Full circle. But here's the catch. VW is doing limited production for the first year. They want to build demand, not flood the market. Smart strategy, but frustrating for fans. Here's what this really represents. In a world of cold, algorithmic, soulless electric crossovers, VW is bringing back emotion. They're proving you don't have to sacrifice character for efficiency. Your kids will grow up in a world where electric cars are normal. But will those cars have stories? Will they have soul? This Beetle does. It carries 85 years of memories, road trips, first cars, and pure automotive joy into the future. And that's why Tesla should be worried. You can't engineer emotion. You can't manufacture nostalgia. You can't create legacy. But VW already has it. They just had to dust it off and plug it in, so here's what I want you to do. Subscribe. If you want more deep dives on electric, cars that actually matter too. Hit the bell so you don't miss my follow-up video where I'll reveal exclusive footage from VW's testing facility 3. Comment below, would you buy the electric Beetle or is this just nostalgia bait? And stick around, because in my next video, I've got something insane to show you about VW's secret plan for an electric microbus that makes this Beetle look boring by comparison. See you in the next one.